R6828, State of Texas versus Alonzo Taylor. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Deerhead, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Greg Gamer for the defense.
We are here for,
Gamer.
could you spell your last name for the court reporter, please?
Yes, D-E-S is in Sam, M-A-R-A-I-S is in Sam.
Thank you.
Sorry about the S.
So we're here for sentencing today. You entered a plea on March 29th of no contest, and you applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishments be assessed at a cap of 5 years, and the state is silent on your application. All right, have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, I'd like to say a few words and then call Alonzo and his mother up if that's possible.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing, Judge, as you go through this PSI, the thing that sticks out is criminal history, obviously. This young man just turned 20, April 8th. And as we just talked out there, I'm saying you're the perfect candidate for probation because of this. You're at a crossroads. Your life is going to be defined by what you do from now on. You've already made this thing as since a 12-year-old, if you go back with those ages. He does have certificates for construction that he can work. He does have a job. He does not have any dependents. I've talked to him about his alcohol and drug use, and he's saying that is not happening.
All right, if you drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Kind of dirty.
Okay.
All right.
Kind of dirty. He said kind of dirty.
Dirty for what?
Marijuana, I think.
No, it's not marijuana. I think you know what you were using. So what have you used? Let me put you under oath. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand and you're going to have to speak up so the court reporter can hear. So what are you going to be dirty for?
Marijuana.
And what else? All right, before we continue, I'm going to want a UA.
Yes, Judge. All right. They're going to give you a UA. Do we need
Yes.
to
Oh, they're
walk
going to
him
have,
down, or-
oh no, they're going to have somebody come and give him a UA.
And then we'll continue. Judge, may I run around to some other court?
Yes, you can.
How long is that going to take? About an hour?
Oh, no. Oh, no, they're going to do a UA. Are you prepared to go now? All right. So they're going to do a UA very quickly. All right. And yeah, so Vashawn, do we have results?
Positive for THC.
Okay. All right. Let's bring him on out.
THC. Do you have a base level or?
No, they can't give base
Come
level.
on, Judge. I'm working with thin air here.
I know. And you're a teacher too.
About to teach.
Yeah. Well, sometimes clients don't tell you everything.
Well, no, and I talked to his mom about that. So
Okay.
hey, Lonzo right here.
All right. We're back on the record. So when's the last time you used marijuana?
About a week ago, it was a candy bar.
Okay. You're going to need to speak up. Right now is not the time to be too cool for school.
It was about a week ago. It was a candy bar site. My voice is just kind of deep in the.
Right. So why are you doing marijuana when you know you have sentencing and you know I could send you to prison for 5 years? Because I'm sure your attorney will tell you, and I'm sure the state will tell you, in this court, age is just a number. I'm not going to treat you like a child because you're not a child. You're in adult court. I don't know why people want to use some drugs before they come to court and then try to throw themselves on the mercy of the court. State is silent, but you're here for a serious offense where you could end up going to prison for 5 years. And I will tell you this, if you end up going to prison for 5 years, it's not your mom's fault. It's not your attorney's fault, because I'm sure your attorney probably already told you that I always, well, not always, but usually ask for a drug test. And all you had to do was come into court clean today. And if I were to send you to prison today, which I haven't made up my mind on that, it would be entirely your fault because your criminal history is just insane for someone your age. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you doing with your life?
Well, I'm not going to say that, in the past that, it was a regret because jail kind of did help me out, I had problems and helped me.
Oh, wait, let's do this. Let's stop saying, after every sentence, I want you to concentrate and try not to say, you know. A lot of people come before me and they say, it's like, well, like this and like that. Your attorney is also a teacher, as am I. And I will tell you, he does not like his children saying, you know, it's like. So let's try not to have that when we speak.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I went to school for, construction. It's always been like, dream job, you know what I mean? Sorry, it's just how. It's
Can I
kinda
ask him a few questions, Your Honor?
No, I want to.
Okay, you
I want to hear him.
Well, I went to construction for about 3 years the school for construction, I got my NCCR, my
You know?
OSHA.
See, it's hard. And I'm doing this not to make fun of you, but you have to learn how to speak, not like you speak with your friends, because this is a professional setting. And when you go do job interviews, people are not going to want to hear, it's like, you know. So concentrate on not saying those things. It's for the betterment of you. So concentrate, not saying that, and not saying, okay, and it's like. And I want you to stand up straight, and I want you to stop mumbling, and I want you to speak so I can hear you, because I'm trying to make a decision on whether or not to send you to prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So go for it.
I went to school for 3 years for construction. Since then, I got my NCCR, OSHA, and my level in carpentry, cabinets and stuff like that.
And do you have an opportunity for a job?
Yeah, I have an opportunity to job. I have a neighbor that does construction. So
Does your neighbor know that you're doing marijuana?
yes, ma'am.
You're telling me that your neighbor wants to hire you and your neighbor knows that you're doing marijuana. Tell the truth.
No, ma'am.
Here's the other thing. Do not be dishonest with me. I do not like when people are dishonest. You cannot do construction and use drugs. If you do, something's going to happen. Either there's going to be an accident at the job, and I have relatives who do construction work. I have relatives who drive. Anytime there's an accident, the first thing they want them to do, whether it's their fault or not, is take a drug test. And if there were an accident at a construction site, they would have you take a drug test. You would be positive for marijuana like you're positive today, and you would be fired. And they would be looking at a civil suit because someone is on their site using drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you living with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
I know she doesn't want drugs in her house.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see his mom?
Absolutely. Ma'am, come on up.
Peter.
Mr. Chairman.
And you had requested her, Judge, and
Yes.
made sure she wanted to be here as well.
Thank you. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, if you can lower your mask and state your name for the record.
My name is Tracy.
All right, and are you his mother?
Yes.
What does he spend his day doing?
Well, just normal, sleeping. He goes and helps me with Ubering.
How does he help you with Ubering?
He delivers the food.
Does he have any friends over?
Not really.
Does he have a
No.
curfew?
Well, he has a GPS on, so he doesn't get to leave. He's just gone from 2 to 10, and then he's at home. I don't really have any. He's different. It's calmer.
Does he help you clean the home?
He does. He cleans his room. That's the most important thing, is keeping his room clean. That's what I care about. Is every kid can clean their own room and wash their own dishes. That's great with me, because that is the most important thing. Is if he can make sure he cleans his room, because I know he doesn't make a lot of the mess that's in the kitchen. It's not him. But when he does, he's very good at cleaning. He's different.
All right, who all is in the household?
So it's me, it's Lonzo, my 3 other kids. My friend comes around once in a while, but he doesn't live there, but he does.
So are the people in the home just his siblings?
Just his siblings. His girlfriend comes, but she doesn't stay. She just
And I'm
comes,
hoping she's not in a bedroom with the door closed with him.
yes.
Oh, that needs to stop. I don't know how parents do it today, but what I can tell you in my household, when I was growing up, number one, there were no boys in bedrooms.
Yeah.
Number two, they were only in common areas. And number three, they had to call before they came.
Very
And when my grandmother would babysit me, my aunt had a boyfriend to come over. And you know what ended up happening? He overstayed his welcome. And you know what my grandmother told him? No one is going to come into my home and try to outsit me. And she put him out from the common area. Now, he hung around and now he and my aunt have been married for like 30 years. So I guess he was like, I'm going to take what your grandmother is dishing out. But he should not be in a bedroom with a door closed with his girlfriend. You know why? Because one, he's not ready to have a child because he's using marijuana. He has all this criminal history. And any mother who would allow a girlfriend to see someone with the baggage he has when he doesn't have his life in order, I question that mother. And he may end up improving his life, but the way his life stands right now, it's chaos. It's chaos with the GPS. It's chaos because he's looking at 5 years prison. And you have some girl coming over in his bedroom with the door closed. That equals possibility of children. And are you ready to be a grandmother from him?
No, they both take care of themselves to the point where they are
No,
not
no, they
having
don't.
kids.
They're young. And young children tend to do dumb things, whether they have been raised by Mary Poppins or not. They still do dumb things. And I'm just going to be honest with you, right? I don't understand how parents allow children who are not married to come into their home and treat their home, as my grandmother used to say, like a hotel motel. That should not be happening. And you know why? Because it sets a bad example for his siblings. And then your home becomes a hotel motel. The only difference is they don't have to pay for it.
Very true.
So that needs to stop. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, here is your choice. I can give you deferred adjudication. If I give you deferred adjudication, if you are revoked, you're going to be looking at 10 years in prison. Or I can send you to prison for 2 years and you will be done. Which would you prefer?
Education.
Right. And what I can tell you is Deputy Laura tells me all the time that she doesn't know how people do probation in this court, because probation in my court is difficult. Because if I give you probation, I want you to be rehabilitated. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. I'm going to want him tested for levels. Those levels had better start going down. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this girlfriend you have, is she using as well?
No, ma'am.
Another reason why she shouldn't be with you. It sounds like she doesn't use drugs, but you do. And then you have these criminal cases and you've just been placed on deferred for felony in possession of a weapon. You need to ask yourself, why is she with me? And if it's because she sees something in you, you need to ask yourself, what does she see in me? And the fact that she's taken a chance on you, you need to start doing better. He's going to remain on GPS. I'm going to want a curfew. The only exception to the curfew is if he's at work. So he's going to be in the home by 8 p.m. And if he's not working on weekends, he is to remain at home on the weekends. So there will be no partying for you.
Your Honor, if I may. So the construction job with his neighbor that he was talking about, he was saying that how is that going to work with GPS? Because I don't know if that person, well, that's what we need to find out. We need to talk to him and see if he can arrange a schedule.
The problem they have with the GPS, it's on a school campus and they go around military bases.
Mhm.
And they do the routes.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
They want you working. Okay, they want you
Yeah.
using your craft. But you also got to show this court that you're going to be doing what you need to do.
All right. So it's partial GPS.
I get it.
All right. It's partial GPS for employment. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month, 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation. Is there anything else he needs?
Your Honor, yes, you said, curfew is 8 p.m. to 6 a.m.
No. My understanding, he's going to be working throughout the week. So he doesn't leave the house till 7 a.m. and he's back at 8 p.m. But if he's at work, then he can work.
And Judge, I appreciate your thoroughness. I just need to make sure he understands this. You're saying if that construction job, if he cannot have the GPS, you're saying then he cannot work that job. Is that what we're saying?
Well, let's just see. I don't believe in crossing bridges until they're
I
built.
agree, Judge.
So let's see where we are on that. And then if there's an issue with that, then he can come back to the
Yes, ma'am.
court. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. So if there's an issue, talk to the probation. If you're not able to speak with probation or you feel like they're not addressing your issue, then come to court and address it with me.
Very good.
But the issues on the construction job side is not with this side. That's the reason I haven't been able to work yet.
Okay, I don't understand what you're saying.
The issues on the construction side, that's why I haven't been able to work yet.
Like, what is the issue?
It's the monitor, me being around, gotta be on school campuses, military bases. It just doesn't look right in the field.
So you need to talk to that boss and see if that's a no-go. In other words,
I mean,
Nah,
get some big boots. Get some big boots on. Pull your pants leg over the GPS. Here's the reason why you're on GPS. I don't just put people on GPS. Sometimes people who are on probation, they get taken off of GPS. The reason why you're on GPS is because you are not even doing what you're supposed to do with this hanging over your head. You knew that I could send you to prison for potentially 5 years, and you chose marijuana over having a better shot at not going to prison. And I'm going to want a TAP evaluation.
It's already
Oh, that is true. What are they recommending? All right. What I'm going to do with you, I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And those are all over the city. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to stop using marijuana, or you need some type of intervention?
I'll be able to stop.
All right. Probation. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm concerned about the job. It's kind of my dream job. And
No, wear long pants. And I've said it. I'm going to say it again. And maybe the marijuana is clouding your mind. But this is what I'm telling you. Wear long pants. Wear bigger boots. If there's another issue where the construction job is saying you cannot wear GPS to work this job, then that means that bridge has been built. Your attorney can come back to me and we can address it. But if they are saying that construction, you can't have that with construction, you're going to need that person to come into court or either do an affidavit with your attorney or directly speak to your attorney to say construction cannot be done with this. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Just one more, if you, thank you.
So my son passed away, so
How long ago?
it was 4 years ago, but I wanted to do something with my family for his birthday, and that's this Saturday. And I wanted to find out if that would be okay.
Where are you
All
gonna
right.
go?
Vashawn,
We're going to the Live Oak Park. and-
okay. Can you make sure that they're allowed to celebrate her, I won't say celebrate, but acknowledge her son's passing and that he's allowed to attend? So Saturday, if whatever their plans are, he's allowed to attend.
And as far as the monitor, so I completely understand why you want to have the monitor and not. But I will tell you, that Alonso's been to a lot of interviews, and so it is very difficult to wear a monitor and people want to give you a job. And so his friend was explaining to him too, because I overheard the phone and I overheard you say something too, and it made me think about something. Because a lot of people judge something that they don't know the whole story about. And that's an unfortunate thing because we've been dealing with this for a very long time, and I'm still dealing with this. And this is one of the things that have caused a lot of problems for Alonso.
All right, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. I'm internalizing it, but I want you to understand something. He needs structure. He doesn't have structure. And I am not trying to question your parenting skills, but this is what I see. Parents are trying to be friends with their children. They're acting like their friends, their children are their friends and adults. You're not technically an adult. You know why? Because you can't take care of yourself. You're living at home with your mother. You're using her home as a hotel room, and she's letting you use it as a hotel room. You've been having issues since you've been a juvenile. We got the resisting arrest and search, criminal trespass, criminal mischief, unauthorized use of a vehicle, failure to identify, another resisting arrest, search and transport. I'm ignoring that because that was taken into taken in consideration. And then you've been to TYC before. And you know what that tells me? That tells me a little bit that one, you need structure. And mom, you are not his friend, you are his parent. And you need to start laying down the law because otherwise he's going to end up in prison. And if you violate the conditions that I've set for you, what's going to end up happening is you could be looking at 10 years in prison. Here on out, everything that you do in your life, every decision that you're making, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could result in me going to prison for 10 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. Because what I can tell you is, and Deputy Laura will tell you, Deputy Mejia and Miss Abrams will tell you, at some point in time, when people violate conditions in this court, they always end up getting caught. You may not get caught the first time you violate it, but ultimately you end up getting caught because I'm serious about probation coming out doing field visits. And when they do, and something happens, you know what ends up happening? I receive a motion to revoke. And when I get that motion to revoke, if it's in proper order, I check the box and a warrant is issued. You are picked up by the police and you are taken into custody. And either your mom makes bond for you or she does not. If she doesn't make bond for you, you are brought over in orange after having been at the jail with other inmates, sharing toilets, sharing clothing. And then I hear your motion. And if it turns out that it is true and I find it's true, then you're looking at 10 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So your mom.
Sometimes the biggest sentence isn't prison. It's realizing your next decision could determine the rest of your life. Judge Simpson didn't just hand down conditions. She handed Alonso one final opportunity to change his future. The question is, will he finally take responsibility, or will this second chance become his last? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns with legal insight, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more true courtroom stories.